Give him the Ballon d'Or. Stop the count. Stop the count. Brother, tell Salah to get from that dressing room. Take him to Paris on a jet. First flight, premium flight. I don't care what you want to do. Take him to Paris. Give him the Ballon d'Or right now. Because the level that he's playing at right now, my bro, every game I'm going to, I know that's going to be an assist or a goal. And this game, the assist and the goal, hey, let's talk about it. But Liverpool wins once again. They said this is going to be a difficult game. Going away to West Ham. Only 2 days to rest. They played Leicester 2 days ago, but they win convincingly. 8 points above Forest with a game in hand. 9 points above Arsenal. 10 points above Chelsea. 14 points above City with a game in hand. Things are looking very positive. Things are looking very likely. But listen, let's talk about the game itself. Before, of course, start, as you guys already know, I'm starting to do Liverpool content for you guys because I promised you and I didn't deliver. But I'm trying to stay consistent because a lot of you guys, of course, want it. Don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and, of course, comment your own thoughts. Listen, this is how Liverpool played. Similar lineup compared to what they did before. Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, McAllister, Mohamed, Luis Diaz, and Gakpo. Of course, the only change is, of course, Luis Diaz coming in for Darwin Núñez. 2 days rest. I thought there was going to be a bit more changes. But, of course, Slot said, listen, I'm going into this game. My next game is 5 days after that. Let me just put my big hitters, my heavy hitters. And I can't lie, it worked out. Fortunately for Liverpool, there's been no injuries. But the game itself, the first half, my brother, my goodness gracious. I think everyone, similar to the game, Liverpool started very slow against Leicester. And I think Arne Slot basically said to the players, listen, we can't afford that now with West Ham, who's inconsistent, hit and miss. And if we give them the momentum, if we give them the early lead, you never know what might happen. Liverpool just came in, gun blazing. The first 10, 15 minutes, they were pretty much creative about. They should have scored 1 or 2 chances. Salah was playing very, very well compared to the last game that he did. Luis Diaz, yes, he got a deflection. Yes, he got lucky. But the first touch to take him away from pressure, to beat up in 2 people just by the first touch. Of course, tried to do the one pass to Gakpo, got deflected. The finish, though, you can't take anything away from it. You can't even deny what a finish it was. Bottom corner, 1-0. But let me talk about the second goal. The second goal. Just a 1 minute silent to all the Eden Hazard haters. Sorry, the Mohamed Salah haters. To the Eden Hazard lovers. The ones who said Eden Hazard hasn't got technical ability. Salah hasn't got the touch and the finesse. Salah can't beat a man. Salah doesn't do this. Salah doesn't move his hips around. 1 minute silent to those people. Okay, enough. He doesn't deserve the 1 minute. He doesn't deserve the 1 minute. Because I can't lie. You guys can say it was lucky. And I don't really care. You guys can say whatever you guys want to say. But for me, moi, that thing was a thing of beauty. And a thing of, first of all, he improvised completely. Because the touch wasn't supposed to be there. The pass, he got the pass behind him. Improvised. The technical ability to even bring himself, maneuver his body, his hips, the same way Eden Hazard fans love to call it, move his hips, and the way he did it to the absolute excellence at the way he did. Bro. Honestly speaking, that might be one of my favorite assists, the best assist so far this season. And the third goal, he basically said, yo, let me do it my own way now. I gave you man the way. Let me now score. Beautiful finish, bottom corner. To be fair, I really should have done a little bit better, but great finish. And of course, that first half performance by every single one of those players. I love the fact how Luis Diaz and Gakpo was rotating throughout. Literally, this is one thing. This is why this front trio is the best front trio. And this is why Darwin Núñez needs to send that brother back to Uruguay, because this is exactly what you want it to be. Them two rotating and them two understanding each other perfectly. And Mohamed knows them as well. Like, this whole trio is interchanging. Even this, sometimes it becomes this. Sometimes I love the fact, again, You guys know what I said on SDS and in my last video how much I rate Mac Allister. And that second goal and third goal would have never been created if it wasn't for Mac Allister. Trent, of course, the pass that he made towards the end of the first half, which to be fair, Trent should have had his 2 or 3 assists today. The amount of passing he was putting on the platter, for Salah should have had it. He should have assisted Salah 2 times. Salah should have scored a hattie. Should have scored a hattie at least. But the way Trent was delivering those passes and he got his goal itself, the celebration, he did this. Again, what could it mean? Could it mean don't believe the rumours? Could it mean all those rumours are not true? Could it mean something else? But for me, what it meant, my brother, don't tell me this is new. Every single player has done it. Hey, Jude did it. In his last couple of games with Dortmund, he kissed the badge and everything. Enzo Fernandez did it. And you know what happened to those 2 players. I can't lie. This doesn't really mean much. I'm just thinking, don't believe the rumours. Don't believe the news. Let it come from me. And when he does say it, it will surprise everyone. Because I do think he might leave it as it is and might reveal it in the next month. I think he's enjoying the way he's doing. And I don't think it's harming his performances. If it did harm his performances, then he wouldn't be playing the way he's playing. Because right now, this brother is playing at a level defensively. He was keeping that right-hand side quiet. Even Robertson itself, I've been a big criticism on Robertson in terms of the level and the decline that he's done. But he kept Mohamed Kudus for most of the game quiet, except for maybe one game, which he should have done better. But that back line was solid. The midfield was solid. I'm going to give my rate in usual. I usually do this and only do this with Madrid, but because of the scoreline, because of the performance, especially that first half and early in the second half, I can't lie. It should have been more than 5-0. It should have been 6, 7, 8, 9-0, bro. The way they just kept going and going and going. And, bro, I'm not surprised. At the same time, we look at West Ham and look at that. There was no cohesion. There's no system in between the defense and the midfield. It's so open, fam. It might be as open as United's back line. You look at it and Liverpool could, the same way Spurs did it, Liverpool should have scored 5 or 6 or 7 or even more than that. So I look at it, yes, it's a massive win, but at the same time, West Ham, my brother, Julian Lopetegui, my brother, put the Spanish in the bag and go back to Spain. Because that must have been one of the worst performances I've seen from a coaching standpoint, and he's been doing this whole season. Listen, let's talk about it. Alisson, for me, beautiful. I mean, he didn't really do much. He wasn't really threatened a lot in this game. I'm going to give Alisson a 7. Nothing much threatened. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the passing he was making. Oh my goodness. Mamma mia. He should have at least had 3 assists. The goal, yes, is a deflection, but for me, it wasn't a deflection. I'm just taking away the fact that Kilman maybe touched it a little bit, but what a performance from Trent. One absolute performance. Joe Gomez is very, very good and very encouraging from a Liverpool standpoint that he's now dropping those consistent performances. And when he is consistent and when he is most importantly confident, he's confident in himself. He's playing the game the same way he knows how to play. And when he's playing at this level, there is not many centre-backs in this Premier League better than him. But most importantly, there isn't a better partnership because you guys, of course, everyone talks about the partnership between Van Dijk and Konate. Van Dijk and Matip before Matip got that big injury because those 2 was very solid. Bro, you might forget what Joe Gomez and Van Dijk created. Even before that, these 2 used to be the actual OG partnership and the reliable signs about it. But of course, he's been getting injured. Sometimes he's been playing as a right back, covering for Trent. Sometimes as a left back early this season and last season. But when you play him and where he wants to play, my brother, he's as consistent as it comes. For me, he deserves. This is what he's been doing all season. This is what he's been doing all season, dropping consistent performances every single down. The man next to him, Virgil, the leadership. I loved a couple of the show's chances that was missed. It came from Virgil's switches to the right-hand side and left-hand side. One of the best ball-playing defenders, as we all know. I'm going to give him, I'm going to give him a bit 8 because I do think the switches and the ball-playing was a little bit better. Robertson, I can't lie, I was impressed with him defensively, covering and making sure Mohamed Kudus doesn't go anywhere, and he did his job accordingly, maybe except for 2 little actions, but I think he did his better, and this is one of the better performances from Robertson, very different to what we've seen him this season. For that reason, I'm going to give Robertson a 7. Gravenberch, let's just make it very, very normal. Whatever he's doing right now is becoming a normality. It's becoming a normality. Before we were saying, oh my goodness, Gravenberch, oh my God, now it's a standard. He's now given us, we have managed our expectations that Every time this guy plays, we're expecting at least 8 out of 10. And every single time, he's doing it as well. I'm giving him a 7.5. But because one thing I noticed, especially from last game and this game, in the second half, he gets very exhausted. And this is one thing he's been doing. Because, bro, he's been playing 90 minutes every single game. Not only with Liverpool, but also with Holland. For that reason, Liverpool needs to make it an urgent, crucial signing that this transfer window, I think Endo could be that person, but I don't think Slot trusts Endo that much because we haven't seen Endo get those minutes off the bench. I know he got it last game, but we're not seeing more 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe come on the 60 minutes, maybe rotate him every now and then at home against a lower team. We're not seeing that. For that reason, if Slot doesn't trust Endo, Liverpool needs to make very, very sure they need to get a replacement and a cover for Gravenberch. Because if you play him the same way you always do, 90 minutes, look what happened to Saka. And trust me, you might be getting risk of the Saka thing. Curtis Jones, much better performance compared to last game. Last game, he was losing the ball. Last game, he was moving a bit, taking too many touches, which he shouldn't have been doing. This time, he played it simple. Some of the goals, of course, came from his runs. This is what I love. You guys, if you guys watch my Madrid content, one thing I love the most, and for me, the most important thing is off-the-ball movement. Yes, sometimes you might not have the ball, but once you create the off-the-ball movement, it creates a separation of space for your teammates. 2 of the goals that Liverpool scored came from my man taking and dragging his man with him, which means Salah and the rest of the player has got a clear space to run into. This is one thing that Madrid struggled with so many times this season, but Curtis Jones did it very, very good today. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. McAllister. My brother put some respect on his name. For me, yes, as important, I've always said it, important best. He is, for me, the most important midfielder in that Liverpool team. But I'm starting to even think now, you guys might call me crazy, the level that he's doing it every single game, I think he might have had a better season than Gravenberch. But that's a hot take of my own. And I think the reason why Gravenberch is because it's the surprise. It's an improvement. No one expected it. McAllister did it last season. And he's doing it this season, but even better. So why are we not giving credit to that? This season, he's honestly, for me, there's been the best 3 midfielders in terms of 6 and 8, Caicedo, Gravenberch, and McAllister. McAllister might be for me higher than anyone else because of the level of consistency he's been doing it this whole season. He hasn't had a single game out. And when he doesn't play, you see the difference in quality. You know what? I'm going to leave that to the end. Luis Diaz, and to be fair, I'm going to give Luis Diaz an 8 and Gakpo an 8. These two, my brother, every single game, Slot is making them take turns, fam. It's your turn? Nah, it's your turn. Your turn. Next game is your turn. My brother, every game, one of them is doing a madness. Last game was Gakpo against Leicester. This game is Luis Diaz and Gakpo. The game before, it was Gakpo. The game before, it was Luis Diaz. And what has Slot done? What is he giving them in that dressing room? For me, it's incredible. But let's chat about my man. Ballon d'Or right now. I'm never, ever. That's the reason why I never... Bro, this debate needs to end. I'm never gonna buy into it. It's done. It's dusted. That's why I never bought into it. And I reacted to it, X, Y, and Z. That debate is done. If you still think that's a debate between my man and Eden, wallah, let it go. This guy is looking for the higher tables. This guy's looking for the all-timers. And I said it when I went on Sky Sport the other day, 2 weeks ago. This is the greatest winger this league has ever seen. He is the greatest winger this league has ever seen. And with every game going, he proves it. With every passing game, he shows it. So what else do you want from him? You want the goals, he's giving you goals. Assist, he's giving you assist. Consistency, here's the consistency. Impact, he's giving you impact. And the thing about Salah today as well, he scored a goal. He assisted a goal. His volume in terms of actually creating, he should have had more assists. In terms of scoring, he should have left. There was one chance where Trent passed it over the top. He should have finished it because there was another chance in the second half. He should have at least left with 4 goals today. But this is what I mean. He puts himself in those positions because in terms of movement, there isn't, the way you guys talk about Erling Haaland, the clinical Erling Haaland goal scorer. My brother, this guy's a better in terms of pure movement inside the box and knowing where to be, this guy's a better mover in terms of compared to Erling Haaland. He knows where to be. But the thing with Salah, he's not as clinical. He will still get his goals, but he's not as clinical as Erling. But Salah, today, it's just another game of what he's been doing this whole season and just tells you every single game. The contract talk, brother, I don't care about it. I'm not fazed about it. This whole Christmas curse thing that you guys try to paint, my brother, get the hell away from here. I'm on a mission on my own. Give me the league, give me the Champions League, but most importantly, give me the Ballon d'Or. The same way 18-19, I didn't deserve to finish higher. The same way 2021, I didn't deserve to be higher. Sorry, 21-22, I deserve to be higher. This time is my own. He's looking at the competition. Vinny, his biggest competition, has been injured for 2 months. That's his biggest competition. But at the moment, he's leading the race. There isn't no one around him. He is on a table of his own. He's munching a buffet, a starter, a main, a dessert. He's having drinks, and there's no one on the table with him. Everyone else is just looking at him, staring at him, hoping for one little mistake, hoping for one little injury, hoping that his consistency drops. Because at the moment, he's playing at a level is very, very hard to catch. Very hard to catch. But guys, this is my opinion of the game. Let me know what your opinion is, of course, of today's win. Put down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. But, hey, Liverpool, I'm scared.